Welcome everyone to TaliaTalksPodcast. I am your host, Talia Majlawi. I hope you're all doing well and ready to take in this energy to leave with growth and inspired thoughts. I want to start off by asking you all, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Take a moment to just breathe. breathe. We forget to breathe and then shit happens. This is cray. I cannot believe that I am talking about this subject, but I honestly, I really want you all to understand where I'm coming from. I'm just going to jump right into it. Sex complicates everything. Sex complicates things. Now, why am I talking about sex in this podcast? Because Talia talks about everything, and today I decided to talk about sex. Sex is a normal, natural thing. I feel like I'm just jumping off of my last episode, but when you go and meet a person and your intentions are, wow, this person's good looking, this person's hot, this person's sexy, she's cute, she turns me on, right? Once you're actually in bed with someone and you've explored each other's bodies, getting a little deep, it complicates everything. Now, I don't have the answers because I'm not a sex guru or a marriage counselor or a therapist. None of the above. But if you have no intention of, really connecting with someone, actually getting to know someone, the sex should be weighted out. Now, hear me out. You're probably like, what? Shouldn't it be like if you have no interest in anyone, you just want to have sex and then bounce? I get that. But see, the thing is that emotions start getting involved, right? Because when you continue to have sex with the same person, it's like you start to feel a little bit territorial. You start to, get in your feelings about why they didn't call you or why, so and so on and so on and so on. Make love to yourself. That sounds awfully insane, right? Love yourself. That's where I'm getting at. Make love to yourself. Sex is abundant. It's everywhere. Okay. It's very, very available, especially nowadays with social media. But I just feel like, and again, you are completely and utterly entitled to feel how you feel. You want to open your legs? That's cool. You want to pipe some buns? That's cool too. But after you do all your stuff, don't complain that you can't find someone to settle down with, or, you don't believe in love, or, so on and so forth. Love exists. Love is a beautiful thing. And sex is a very beautiful thing. It's a sacral thing. It's something that is sacred and something that really amplifies your life. Hear me out. When you are having sex with someone who sucks your energy, okay, has no good intention for you, just sucks your energy dry, okay, that alters your abundance, it alters your health, it alters the way you feel, the way you think, and it's not healthy. It complicates things, right? Because one person is always going to feel more into the other than the other. Does that make sense? Like one person is going to be more in love or more attracted to the other than the other. That was a little bit more complicated to say after I said it. But I feel like a friendship and a bond before sex is ideal. And what I mean that I mentioned earlier was make love to yourself is fall in love with yourself, fall in love with your body, fall in love with your being, with your mind, and then consider, getting involved with someone else. Sex really complicates everything. It does. It complicates everything. You start becoming, again, just like, this is my person that I'm having sex with. We don't go out on dates. We don't, respect one another. But that's my vagina. That's my penis, or whatever you want to call it. If you want a healthy relationship, you have to set healthy boundaries in the very, very beginning. I mean, once you start loving yourself and being so in love with yourself, okay, and you are completely confident about what you have to offer in bed when that time comes, I just feel like you're just golden. You're a happier person. Now, I'm just ranting and stuff like that, but sometimes we find ourselves having sex, sometimes too much of it, when we're just in a very unhealthy place. We're in a very unhealthy place during that time where we're like, I'm going to have sex with this person, I'm going to have sex with that person. It's like when you're going to go buy a brand new car. No miles, fully loaded, brand new. Once you drive it off the lot and you test drive it, right? It kind of loses a little bit of value. You drive and you lose gas. Your tires hit a pothole. A bird shits on your windshield. It loses its look, its value, the feeling of something brand new in a lot, in a dealership, right? Listen, I cannot stress enough the time that we live in right now, where it's just so, people make it so complex to even think about living, right? Because we have all these expectations and we have to find a partner before a certain age in our lives. But we tend to miss out on the lovemaking for ourselves. Does that make sense? Now, I'm a very sexual person, okay? And I'm not saying like I'm perfect, because that's not what I'm saying on my podcast, but what I'm saying is try to really focus on yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body is telling you, because that projects on your sex partner, on your partner. Whatever you're feeling, that is projected to your partner. What inspired me to talk on this podcast about sex and the whole nine, sex is something just, it's so beautiful, and it should be spiritual. It should be a feeling of just energies, colliding and combining, and, just a euphoric feeling. And I sound crazy, but it's just so true. Like, I'm sure you've experienced like sex and you're just like, what did I just do? Right? So, in conclusion, my people, my family, my friends, make love to yourself. Focus on yourself. You don't need to have sex, okay? And yes, you do need to have sex, but you don't need to have unhealthy sex where it messes up your mental and it clouds your judgment on your life, okay? So focus on you. Does that make sense? Love yourself, make love with yourself, fall in love with yourself. And I can't stress enough how sex really complicates things. It does. It complicates your life. It complicates your body, your just everyday experiences. So really think about that. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. I really, really love you guys. And that was on my mind. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in on the podcast. I love you all so much. Over and out.